Dramatic changes for the Oklahoma State Board of Education. There are several new members, and some of them face some tough scrutiny from lawmakers before being approved by the Senate.
5 out of the 6 members of the Oklahoma State Board of Education are new faces appointed by Governor Stitt. 4 of those nominees were approved this week by the Senate Education Committee. For businessmen Brian Bobek and Barry Kurt Bollenbach, the process was quick.
I've had the great privilege in the last week and a half, 2 weeks, of meeting with every single one of you in person and talking with you, giving you a chance to get to know me a little bit, answering questions, and I certainly look forward to the opportunity to serve and give back to the state.
Thank you to Governor Stitt for giving me the opportunity to be on a female majority Board of Education, which I think is fantastic for inspiring our daughters. I have a 10-year-old myself. I have an 8-year-old and a 4-year-old, all in the public school system.
They were unanimously approved by the committee. However, the process was a little more scrutinizing for nominees Estela Hernandez and Jennifer Monies. As Hernandez prepared to face questioning by committee members, she noted her stake in public education.
I am a mother of 3 and a direct consumer, and I'm personally vested in the success of our public education system. I have personally experienced the benefits, and I have seen the challenges that our teachers and that our students go through.
Life experiences of the new members of the board can also play a crucial role, according to Hernandez.
Diversity on our board is critical to better serve our students. Not only diversity in gender, political views, but also racial. As a leader in the Hispanic community, it would give me no greater honor to have this opportunity to serve.
Hernandez believes virtual charter schools can play an important role for students in public schools which don't offer advanced courses.
In our rural districts, there are some students who are needing and wanting some form of higher level classes that sometimes are not available in those rural schools. And so that is the need that a virtual education can also offer.
When asked about local control and the state school board reversing certain decisions made on the local level, Hernandez says both have a role to play in the process.
I feel that it is important for our local school board to be the one to make that decision as to the direction that they are going to go. And now when it comes to the State Department of Education, it is the role of the department to be able to look at these situations on a case-by-case basis, listen to it on its merits, and decide and judge upon its merits.
The committee approved Hernandez by a vote of 13-3. Monies also faced additional scrutiny by the committee.
I think we all bring different strengths to the table. My strengths are first influenced by the fact that I'm a mother of 2 young kids who will benefit for years to come from the state's public school system, but also from the fact that this is my 14th legislative session in and around this building, believe it or not.
Her legislative experience could be a major benefit to the Board of Education.
I have worked in the House, in the Senate, the Capitol Press Corps, in the nonprofit and association world, and that experience has given me a knowledge of the legislative process I think will be invaluable to if confirmed and placed on the State Board of Education.
Monies promises to keep an open mind on policy ideas.
But as a former journalist, I know that there's 2 sides to every story, and I believe that a diverse set of opinions make for better decision-making process. I will keep an open mind on these issues as long as the quality outcomes for students remains the focus.
She was also approved by the committee, but by a vote of 10-6. Carlisha Williams-Bradley was approved by the Senate earlier in the legislative session. She's the executive director of Impact Tulsa, which helps schools use data to determine what's working. Many times data is used to illustrate what is wrong within public education. Impact Tulsa does the opposite.
Well, at Impact Tulsa, we use data as a flashlight. We want to see and support districts in not only measuring what matters, but what are some of the effective practices that we're seeing in your district? Where are schools that you have that are knocking it out of the park? And what are areas where we can partner you with other districts who are doing great things to see that growth?
Williams-Bradley says Oklahoma will have to compete to attract teachers.
We have to have those best teachers, and to get them here, we need to be competitive in our salaries, but also to be competitive in that professional development that we're offering.
With so many emergency certified teachers, professional development is crucial as well.
I actually feel like alternative certification, emergency certification, we've gotten some great teachers from that pathway. I'm an alternatively certified teacher. But I also think about what are the trainings that we're making available to those teachers to ensure they're caught up to speed to deliver that high quality instruction.
The new look State Board of Education will meet for the first time on May 23rd.